What is up, you guys? Welcome back to No Pilled. Today, we're going to get into a topic that I'm super passionate about. It's actually kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to start this channel, and it is more on the red pill manosphere kind of community. It's not really beneficial to men. It's not really there to help the male community who's struggling in their relationships and stuff. It's actually there to kind of covertly destroy the family unit and already successful relationships. There's a few guys that I found that are just kind of explaining a little bit of their own experiences in that. So I'm going to be reacting to that today. And we're going to see just how toxic this actual mindset is and what is a real solution for young men today. Let's get right into it.
Unfortunately, at the moment, I've got a very, like emotional story, a story related to, like the red pill content and, the overall toxicity of that red pill community and how sort of like the red pill community affected my relationship. Thinking about it at the moment, just like right now, just sitting down thinking about like its effects in itself. It's kind of emotional, to be honest, because this was what happened, right? Basically, I was at work, at work, having a good time. And one day, these three ladies just walked in and they wanted, obviously, an explanation on a television. And I was there. One of her friends actually found me attractive. And she told the lady that she was with who wanted to buy the TV. And she told me, and they came back on another day to get the TV. And then she got my number and, we started chatting and everything, right? And before you realize it, we're hitting it off, right? We went on a date and eventually got into a relationship, right? Absolutely fantastic. And, the relationship was going amazing. I started consuming red pill content just to make sure that I'm the alpha male of the relationship. I'm the man. Do you know what I mean? So when your girlfriend is calling you whilst you're doing your walk, just ignore your girlfriend. So I went on that rabbit hole where like she would call me, I wouldn't pick a call, then I would respond 14 hours later. As time went by, she just started to have enough of it. The relationship was becoming toxic and everything. And my overall bad behavior, which is not really who I am, but it's the result of just consuming a lot of red pill content. And I kept on reading a book called The Way of the Superior Man.
The Way of the Superior Man. In the decades since the initial publication of The Way of the Superior Man, society has changed significantly. Issues of gender and sexuality, long confined to secrecy, have become part of everyday conversation, and rigid ideas about our societal roles have begun to dissolve. And yet, perhaps now more than at any time, men of all ages will still tussle with the challenges of women work and sexual desire. Okay, so it's about masculine spirituality. Okay, sorry, I didn't know what that was.
But it's also toxicity within that book that I had ingrained, just learning from it, to be honest, which then ended up having a devastating impact on my relationship, which is that, I completely ignored my girlfriend and focused on my mission. I think fundamentally, being in a relationship is one of the best things that you could have. Having that woman next to you, I think that has the ability to be able to actually it sounds counterintuitive, right? But it has the ability to actually make you successful just having the right woman next to you. But obviously I ignored all of that and I just went on this rabbit hole of red pill content where people are saying most women are gold diggers, prioritize your mission and ignore the woman, and she's going to keep calling you. Followed that, and then it ruined my relationship as a man.
I really like what he said. Like, you'll be more successful if you have a good woman by your side. That's the thing. Women were made to be with the man, and the man was made to be with the woman. We weren't meant to be on our own. And we actually do balance each other out, and we both have something to add to a relationship that will cause you to thrive and actually grow and build your wealth, build your family, build your future. You contribute more to society that way if you have a good supportive woman by your side. And I think the red pill thing is is really lacking in this area. It's not teaching men about this.
And the reason I wanted to make this video, right, is because I've benefited so much from the women in my life. It's crazy. Like, I found myself, again, having these misogynistic thoughts where it's like, oh, women is beneath men, or women is your property and they shouldn't have male friends and you should have control over their life and they should, do everything in submission to the man, all this good stuff, right? And
Do they really think like that? That women are the property of the man? That is kind of what they're teaching, isn't it? That's crazy.
I was just reflecting, talking to my mom, like, man, my mom is really the GOAT when it comes to the advice. and having a girl previously and just like, man, she was really the GOAT when it came to the device. Or my grandma, she's really the GOAT when it comes to the device. Or my other grandma, she's really the GOAT when it comes to the device. And I'm just like, man, I get a lot of great advice and wisdom from women. And in my opinion, that's because they're more tapped in intuitively with the universe, with God, with spirit. So a lot of the things, when they're in that flow state, when they feel good, when they feel comfortable, they're able to share and spill a lot of wisdom and game that can help you in your life. God's greatest gift to man was the woman. He created Adam first, pulled Eve out of Adam because it said it's not good for man to be alone. So here's a wife, right? And she's going to help you in life. And women help you. Women help us, bro, because we think logical. We don't really see the depth of understanding of the big picture, and we don't necessarily understand our emotions that much. And that's what I want to transition to when it comes to stop being a bitch, because it's like a lot of this behavior and misogynistic tendencies towards women comes from a hurt place. Like, I'm not trying to, basically bash men or nothing like that, but, we get hurt, right? Like, a girl may break your heart. You may try to get a girl and she may reject you.
It is coming from a place of hurt. It's so obvious that it is because no normal person just looks at women and says, like, they're man's property. You got to treat them like this. You have to play games with them because they're just stupid women. Like, they don't really mean much. They're just to be there to serve you and to have your babies and look pretty. And that's it. They're pretty well, that's their only value. This is coming from deep rooted hatred that it comes from a past of being hurt, 100%.
All women are sluts, or all women are stupid, or they don't do this, or they don't do this. And it's like, so old air of just ego speaking through, because it's like, why don't we love our women? Like, that's the ideal of masculinity, is love, is like divine masculinity is a loving type of energy.
That's another really good point because, being truly masculine and being truly manly is not, thinking that women are beneath you and, women ain't shit or whatever. It's loving them and having a self-sacrificial love. This is also how relationships thrive.
I kind of found out the hard way that life isn't always going to be, good times with the girl. Life isn't always going to be perfect with a girl. She isn't always going to be loyal. Just because a girl says she loves you doesn't mean she really does. Just because she says she loves you doesn't mean that she won't cheat on you, leave you for another guy, leave you for someone that looks better than you, has more money than you, has more status than you. But I didn't know that. I tried to figure out why she did things the way she did, and just stuff like that. So I did a lot of YouTubing. Maybe you guys did. Like, how do you get over a breakup? Why do girls cheat? Signs that she's cheating, signs that she doesn't love me, stuff like that.
I just wanted to touch on something that he just said. If you are somebody who's going through like a relationship and you're suspicious of your partner, the last thing that you should be doing is searching up signs that someone is cheating. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to make you super, super paranoid and you're going to be actually looking for like these imaginary signs, and anything will show up as a sign if you're looking for it. Okay, so don't do that. Just communicate with your partners, please. Just ask them. If you tell them that you have some concerns or whatever, then you can clear the air on that. But Googling it or YouTubing it, bad idea.
I ran into the red pill, and I overdosed on it. Once you really start to understand that girls aren't like perfect and how they can cheat on you, like guys that look good, guys that have more money, girls can just be savage and knowing the truth, and that just because a girl says she loves you doesn't necessarily mean that she won't leave you.
Yeah, so of course women can cheat. Of course they can break up with you. Of course they can lie and say that they love you when they don't, but that's anybody. Girls, guys, those are just bad people. Or people who are immature or just not the right person for you. Anything in life that you thought was true and then, you grow up and you realize the world is the way it is. Sometimes you go so far one way down that rabbit hole and then it makes you super paranoid. So that's kind of what happened to him is, he found out women are not perfect little angels and he went down the red pill rabbit hole and it got him to start hating women. It's insane like how these guys play with your mind in this community though.
Dating another girl, but I dated that other girl after really consuming the red pill, I wasn't happy. I guess part of it is me being insecure in a way, because I'm not perfect by any means. I'm still growing. I'm still evolving. I'm still trying to become more of a confident man day by day by day. But this was like a year and a half ago. But let's say if she was away of town or on a trip or something, I just kept thinking that she's cheating. I kept thinking that, oh, but yeah, obviously girls I find another guy, and it's partially, it can be true. That's the thing. It can be true. The word pill, there's nothing. It isn't a lie, but it does kill the relationship in a way that you overthink things a lot. At least for me, I overthink things a lot. I feel like I can't be in a relationship at least happy because I know too much. Like I just feel like I know too much about females to a point where like I don't want to be in a relationship.
And that's really sad, honestly. And I'm gonna have to disagree with him. I don't think the red pill is really right about women. They do make some good points, um, but those are few and far between. So that's why I do not recommend them or whatever. So I think with him, it kind of looks like he's had his eyes open to this worldview, and now he just can't get that out of his head. So now he views women like that to a point where he doesn't even want to be in a relationship with one because he's so worried that he's going to get hurt. And that's exactly what this does is it takes young naive men who are, inexperienced in relationships, and it warps their view and their perspective on human relationships and on people, especially on women, and now they just kind of feed off of your insecurities, and they make you doubt yourself, doubt your relationship. And when you're very insecure like that, you become paranoid, and when you become paranoid, you start accusing anybody who is so far down the red pill rabbit hole that they don't get in any relationships. Just like he said, he's not even ready for a relationship. Don't do it. Don't have a relationship because you're going to end up hurting the person that you're with because you listen to such shit advice.
So in order to make this actual video helpful, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to keep these low quality girls around. So in order to simultaneously build attraction and keep distance from you and that girl, text her less. Give her less attention, and in a very sick way, she'll be more attracted to you. Text other girls and she'll be more attracted to you. Don't compliment her and she'll like you more because this is the way that she was loved by her parents growing up. Now this is where my problem with the red pill comes in. It's a very sick way and it's a very sad way of getting girls.
That is so true. That's exactly what they're doing. It is so disgusting. If you ever sit down and listen to the things that these guys say on some of these like men's podcasts on how to get women, it is so abusive. I don't know how anyone who has an actual conscience can treat people like this. Like it's absolutely disturbing.
This is something that I just can't condone. If you are in this lifestyle, I want you to really think about that. And this is why I think this advice is so interesting, is because it actually works.
Okay, sure. It works. Cool. But it works, like you said, for low quality girls, meaning it just works really short term. With this advice, treating women like this, you're not going to find your wife. You're not going to find somebody who's actually going to commit to you. And actually, what ends up happening is these men are creating the exact women that they complain about. You say you hate gold diggers, you hate girls like this, you like hate women so much, but then you use every single tool that you can to attract the kind of woman that you despise. It's so disgusting and hypocritical. I fucking hate the red pill community.
But if you're anything like me, if you're on self-improvement and you do want a relationship with a good girl, most of the red pill advice doesn't work and it actually ruins relationships. In this case, you want to create an emotional connection between you and the girl. You want to be complimenting her, you want to care for her, you want to fucking open the car door for her. You want to tell her I love you, and you want to actually allow yourself to love her. This is why you're in a relationship for. If you didn't want that shit, you shouldn't have gotten in a relationship.
Very, very, very good. Yes, that's exactly it. This red pill stuff is not for somebody who's in a relationship. Guys, if you already have a wife or a girlfriend, stay far away because I promise you, as soon as you start listening to this kind of stuff, she will leave you. Girls don't, despite what the red pill guys say, women do not like this. We like when you answer our texts. We like being complimented. We like the door being held open for us. We like to actually live with our partners. Okay, so that's another thing they teach. Don't live with your wife. Don't live with your girlfriend. Just live with your buddies. Like, how gay does that sound? No offense if you're real mature, like marriage material men who we want to commit to, men who we want to serve, are men who actually serve us back. Okay, don't tell us what we're really like. We're telling you straight up what it is about you that pisses us off, what it is about you that makes us leave, what it is about you that we don't want to commit to. We tell you, but you don't want to believe it because it's easier to blame the woman than to take accountability and better yourself so that you can keep a woman. When I tell you this is one of the most important things in relationships, okay, is communication. Tell her what you're looking for. Be straight up about it. Don't play games. Nobody likes that, okay? Answer your phone when you can. If you're busy, say you're busy. Text back. Don't wait a day. Don't wait several hours. Text back at like a reasonable rate. Okay, those are things that we like and they're really simple. So I don't know why people are complicating this. It's not hard to show someone that you value them and that you're interested in them. It's not hard to make a relationship work. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to No Pilled, and comment down below if you have any stories about the red pill community hurting your relationship or someone you know. And I will see you guys in the next one.